Hi guys, welcome to my first reaction video. I have been a long time viewer of Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty. Well, I say long time, I mean like since 2017, so not massive amounts of time. I know Amberlynn's been on YouTube for a while now. And yeah, I know the market is flooded with reaction channels, but you get to a point where you're raging when you're doing the dishes, you're raging when you're listening to it, and you just get so frustrated with the pair of them. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do my own reactions now. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's it's a learning curve for me, so bear that in mind, but it is what it is. So yeah, it's the latest video about not being a spoiled brat, even though she is a spoiled brat. If there are any like syncing issues and sort of gaps and stuff, again, I apologise. I am new to this and I've spent a few hours trying to perfect this, but it's not going to be perfect. But you don't have to be kind. Just say what you think. I don't have thin skin. I have a backbone, so it's fine. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and let's just see what BS she's. I have completely cut the first bit off where she's talking about books because we all know she doesn't read. So let's just go.
Did get a phone call from the weight loss clinic, so I have a little update on that. They got my lab results finally, and they tested like a bunch of different things, and everything came back fine besides my vitamin D is very low. So
shock horror, shock horror, shock horror. Is anyone surprised that the girl that does not go out and lives in her apartment is low on vitamin D? I mean, are we surprised? No. Do you know the way that you could probably cure that? Just go out. What does our favourite obese, vile person say? That is Chantel. She says, touch grass. Touch grass, Amberlynn. Touch grass.
They're prescribing me like a very high dosage of vitamin D for me to take once a week. Prescribed, so I'm actually gonna go get that from the pharmacy. So I'm just very relieved to hear that like your girl, the results came back pretty well, because I knew that my vitamin D was low. Like,
yeah, well, you don't go out.
It's been very low for years now. So yeah, I just know I'm gonna feel a lot better taking this really high dosage vitamin D, because I've taken one in the past and it helps a lot. So another update I have is, you guys know how like I said that I found out that I have to go a whole year without binging, and I kind of had like a little breakdown moment. Like I cried.
Yeah, you had a toddler throw your toys out the pram moment, is what you did. Let's call it what it is.
In front of my dietitian, it was embarrassing, but I just felt very overwhelmed. I didn't like take advantage at the time and like ask more questions about why this is, or just like understand the situation a little bit more. So I have an option of emailing her. So I took advantage of that option, and I kindly just wanted to like understand things a little bit more. So we've actually been emailing back and forth for a couple of days, and
bet she's loving that.
She has explained things a little bit better for me, that like there is someone like above her, a psychologist above her, who actually reads like all her notes on her patients, and they help decide like the further plan for her patients. And the psychologist thinks that this is what's best for me.
Shock.
And so does the dietitian. But she also wants the surgeon's opinion.
And this is the point where she realizes that the surgeon is the guy to manipulate. He is the one she needs to get to.
Because everyone is different. Every story is different. Everyone is a different plan. It's not one size fits all at all.
No.
So she's actually talking to the surgeon tomorrow about my story and my situation in particular, and she said she's going to get back to me. I wish I could talk to the surgeon, of course.
I bet she wishes she could manipulate the hell out of the surgeon. Oh, yeah.
One-on-one, because it is a lot of, like, telephone and, like, through the grapevine type thing. And I would love to talk to the surgeon one-on-one. I understand the surgeon is very popular. There's just a way that they do things, and I understand that. So I think after, you know, she talks to the surgeon and communicates to me what the surgeon thinks should happen, I think I'll have a clearer answer. And I think what would be really helpful to me, and I don't know if this is, like, because I have that obsessive side of me, like I was diagnosed with OCPD, which is obsessive compulsive personality disorder. I was diagnosed with that like 5 years ago, and it was just like a couple years ago I was diagnosed with actual.
It's funny to me how this woman collects diagnoses, like, you know, you'd collect postcards or stamps. She is proud of all these diagnoses and readily uses them as an excuse anytime she can. I mean, do I believe that she has all these things? No, I don't. I believe that she goes to different people and, you know, gets what she wants out of them, and then she uses that as an excuse for her appalling behaviour. And it's all a control thing with her. She just, yeah. So I just find it funny how, you know, most of us, you know, getting a diagnosis or the possibility of you having a diagnosis of a mental illness, or, you know, any, I suppose, diagnosis. It's not something that you would wear like a badge of honour. But for Amber Lynn, it certainly is.
OCD, you can have both. So I don't know if it's one of these, but it's like I feel like I need to have my surgery date scheduled.
You don't.
Even if it is a year from now.
You don't.
Or 10 months from now. I want to know the date, because for some reason it's like...
And again, it's a control thing. She doesn't need the date. She could work a year from now and give herself a date. You know what I mean? She doesn't. What it is again, she's trying to put pressure on these people to do what she wants, because she ultimately, it's not the surgeon that's in charge of this. This is Amber Lynn. This is Amber Lynn's show. She's in charge. And what I think will happen, they will tell her to get stuffed, go away, and she will end up, if any of you think that she is going to see this through for a year and will get the surgery, you're in la la land, because she ain't going to do that. She is not going to do that. There will be some falling out, some disagreement, and she'll go and try and find somebody else who will give it to her when she wants it. Definitely.
Like, I know I'm working towards something big and something amazing and something life-changing, but I feel like if I have that exact date, then it's like I could touch it, I could feel it, I know it's there. I don't know if that's like part of my OCPD, but I just feel like I need it scheduled. And it's like, obviously, if I don't meet requirements and I don't do what they tell me to do, etc., then the surgery is going to be canceled. But it's like, if I do everything they tell me I'm going to do and what I'm supposed to do, and it's like, if I have a date for when my life is absolutely going to change, I can see myself being more successful.
Weight loss surgery is not the be-all, end-all magic stick that she thinks it is. And again, it comes down to her laziness. You know, she can actively take steps to change her life. Very, very easy. You know, it does not need to be a date. She could start that. She's lazy and she doesn't want to. And, you know, this is classic Amber Lynn.
It doesn't make sense to you guys, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not going to make any sense, which is fine. But just don't come for me. Don't judge me. It seems like more obtainable. It's like I could touch it, I could feel it, I could taste it. If, like, there's an actual date. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird, okay? It's just because I hate the unknown. I hate the unknown. It's, like, the worst. So that is something that is possible, because I know there are people, because there's people who have reached out to me who have gotten weight loss surgery. So many of you. So thank you for reaching out to me on my Instagram and sharing your stories. I love reading them and corresponding with you guys. A lot of you actually had your surgery like scheduled for 3 months out. And I was like, okay, so if people can do that, then I'm pretty sure like 10 to 12 months out is possible as well. It's just, it gives me a goal. It's like a physical goal. And there's no unknown.
You already have a goal. Lose the weight and have a life. Don't lose the weight. Continue as you are. That's your goal.
No, like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? So that is something that I want to talk about with my dietitian and then like the surgeon, because eventually I will be seeing the surgeon, and I'm excited for that appointment, because it's like the surgeon is like the end all be all type thing. And, you know, for a minute there, I thought it was the psychologist was the end all be all, but it's not. There's so many little tiny things when you get weight loss surgery outside of like the bigger picture and the bigger things that you have to change. It's a lot. And someone like me, OCPD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, where I feel like I have to be in control and I have to have it the right way, and like the appointments have to be the right way in the right order, and it's just like I don't have this control. And I feel like I would have a sense of control if I just like had an exact date and I could work towards that goal. I'm totally rambling right now, but I don't know. I'm just feeling more hopeful. I know in that video where I told you guys, like, this, you know, this whole year just gives me room to fail, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've obviously had some time to, like, think on it and absorb the information given to me, and I've had some people tell me that I was a spoiled brat because I was upset. That to me was like...
Yeah, to be honest, Amberlynn, you came across exactly how I would expect you to come across. You didn't behave any different, you know, as... It's the same with Chantel, that you and Chantel have absolutely no capacity or ability to self-reflect. You are incapable of doing it. You cannot look at yourself objectively and think, maybe I'm in the wrong. Maybe I said things I shouldn't have said. Maybe I've reacted wrongly. You never do that. You did act like a spoilt brat. You reacted like we all would expect you to react. You know, you didn't get what you want, so it was cry and try and manipulate, and it didn't work. And now you've found out that, oh, actually the surgeon is the one that I could try and manipulate, so let me get a direct number to him and try and manipulate him.
Ma'am, spoiled brat who? No, I'm ready to actively change my life.
Do it then.
I know that with weight loss surgery, it's going to make it happen quicker and faster. It's going to save my life.
No.
Hold on, someone's calling me. Anyways, let me answer this, and I will talk to you guys later. But I'm not a spoiled brat. I'm just ready to change my life. Okay, I'm back. I just got off the phone. I just felt like I needed to finish my thought process. Yeah, I've had time to, like, think and, like, absorb and process, and obviously it was disheartening because, like, in my heart I was like, yeah, I got this. I'm totally gonna get surgery by summer. And it's like the fact that I was told that...
Yeah, nobody gave you that idea. There's nobody telling you that you were getting surgery in, you know, by the summer. You made that up in your own mind.
You know, that's probably not going to happen. Like, of course that was a little sad, and it's like, if I wouldn't have felt that way, if I would have just been like, oh, okay, that's totally fine, then I know I'm not. Well,
maybe what you should have done is actually do proper research and realise that, you know, weight loss surgery isn't an easy, quick fix, and you have to prove that you are mentally, emotionally, and physically capable of it. You are not capable of anything.
Wanting this at all, because I'm very much like instant gratification. I want, you know, that instant.
We know.
And it's like, I only want that when I really want something. So if I wouldn't have felt the way that I did when I was first told that information, then it's like, that's an indicator that, Amberlynn, you don't want this as bad as you thought you did, you know? So it's like the fact that I did react that way is a total Amberlynn, like, of course.
This is Amberlynn. This is what we expect from Amberlynn. Excusing your behaviour. Excusing the way you reacted. This is what I'm talking about. Devoid of any self-reflection. Completely. Has none. None. Zero.
Of course I'm going to feel disheartened, and I'm going to, you know, I've spent my whole life, like my first diet when I was 11 years old, I've spent my whole life yo-yo dieting.
I'm sorry for the pause again, but you've spent your whole life doing nothing. Because certainly since you've been on YouTube, you have not, I can't think of one diet that she has actually really tried, 100% tried. She doesn't try. She gets excited, buys the stuff, does the plan, and then can't be bothered. So, no, you haven't tried anything.
And it's like, if I was able to do it by myself, oh, someone just walked past the window. If I was able to do it by myself and be successful by myself, then I would have already done it.
We've said that.
And I know
times.
that with this extra tool of weight loss surgery, it's going to change my life. And it's going to help me. This might be the tool that might actually save my life. Example, if you're trying to hang up this picture, and it's like you try to hang it up for 10 years, and it's not hanging. You're like, what is happening? You realize, oh, okay, this picture's pretty heavy. Maybe I need a nail.
I mean,
get that.
This, you know, like when Zach, I'm going to say pretty much what Zachary Michael said, you know, this metaphor does not work. What are you hanging the picture up with for 10 years prior to then? Hope? Hope and delusion. That is what we are hanging up our pictures with now. Hope and delusion. Stupid.
Nail. The nail is right there. It's an arm's reach. But they say, you know what? Let's wait a year. You're like, damn. I just need that one last little tool so I can hang the picture on my wall. That might be a bad metaphor, but
it's terrible.
That's just the best way to explain it. That, like, my picture can't be hung without the nail.
No, sorry again for the thing, but no. What you could have done is you could have heard the truth and the reality of you're going to have to wait a year, and what you could have said to yourself was, right, I need to do some serious work mentally and physically, so I need to make sure I'm seeing my therapist to work through my issues of why I binge eat or overeat or whatever it is today. And, you know, set yourself a goal of actually going outside and doing things, you know. That is how you could have viewed that. I've got a year to do this to prove to them that I am serious. Instead, it's, oh, who do I need to manipulate to bring this year down to 3 months or whatever. You know, it's the same old. This is a funny thing about her. She's like, I've got nothing to work towards. I can't do anything. I need you to do everything for me. I'm not capable of doing anything. There we go.
You know, I have weight loss surgery to work towards. Bottom line, and
is you're lazy.
Long story short, it's just this program worries about people with BED or possible BED because you don't want your stomach to rupture after surgery or anything like that. Whether I was misdiagnosed in the past or not, the fact is I was diagnosed and I was seeing a psychologist for a year. I literally had someone message me and they're like, my first appointment with the weight loss surgery place is coming up. And should I lie to them about having binge eating disorder? And
let me just say, my opinion on this is that this is an outright lie, and this is exactly what she's thinking she should have done, and she tried to do, is lie. So ain't no one coming to you for advice on whether they should lie, because you're a proven liar. So the BS counter is going up and up and up.
Responded to them, and I said, no. You need to be honest, because yes, For some programs like mine, it's a big setback. I know there's a lot of programs out there where it's not like this, and unfortunately...
And let me tell you, she's going to try and get on, because she goes on to say, unfortunately, in my program, she will try a different one. Trust and believe.
Unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough to have found that program, but it's like, there's a big bittersweet, because the surgeon I'm seeing, phenomenal. The team, phenomenal. Like, I love the dietitian. I love everyone that I've spoken to at this
See what they say then.
everyone I've seen, phenomenal. Like,
you know, like, there's a bit in Zachary Michael's video where he says, you know, God, she's tiring me out. And this is it, you know, she just goes round and round and round and round and round. If you like them, if you love them, do what they say and shut up.
Everything that I feel has nothing to do with them. It has been just an amazing experience besides this setback. But it has nothing to do with them.
It's not a setback.
So everything that I'm saying is just because, like, I'm an impatient little gal, and I'm ready to save my life. I'm fucking ready. A year does seem super far, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, not really.
But it's okay. It's okay. Time goes by regardless. And in a year from now, I could be in a way better spot. You know? So I have to really look at, like, the positives of the situation as well. Like, they're looking out for me, and I love that. So what I was saying was, like, yeah, someone messaged me and said, should I tell them should I lie about that? And I was like, what? No. I hope that that is not what I am portraying as a person, that you should lie. Because that is, no.
You serious? The girl that lies all the time is just, I hope I'm not betraying that you should lie. Oh, yeah.
Need to be 100% honest. I never even, for like 3 seconds, thought, maybe I should lie.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes,
do not do that.
Yes, she did.
And I hope that my story is not making other people want to lie their way into surgery or out of surgery. Like, absolutely not. But I do feel like, because a lot of people seem to be confused with my whole BED story, diagnosed situation. I do want to, in a different video, because I feel like I'm being so long-winded. I was not expecting this. To sit and just, like, talk, so I'm sorry. But I think in a future video, I do want to explain the process of me being diagnosed and what was said and that.
No, we don't need that, Amberlynn. We all know what you're up to. We know what you've tried to do. It's so evident. Everybody knows that you tried to make out that you didn't have binge eating disorder so you could get your surgery quicker. You weren't able to do that, so, you know, nobody here is as stupid as you, and nobody believes what you're saying.
Whole situation, because I know there are a lot of people who are, like, so confused. They're like, how come 1 minute you have it, 1 minute you don't? So I think maybe I should just, like, go further into detail. And, you know, that brings me to, like, so many situations in my life, because I've had people like, your foster care timeline doesn't make sense. And I'm just like, people want to, like, consider me a liar about everything because
you're a liar.
They'll only watch, like, a few of my videos, and then they'll skip some of my videos and watch just, like, reaction channels and just, like, hear what reaction channels say, where reaction channels 9 times out of 10 have their information wrong, and it's just like,
no, dear, no, reaction channels get their information from you. So if you're a liar and you lie, then they're gonna get it wrong. Yeah.
No wonder why people are so confused. Like, I have flat out seen comments where people are like, no, actually, this is the fact and not this. And, like, the fact is so wrong. It's, like, an actual lie. So it's like,
what?
I don't know. People are just getting confused and stuff. And it's like, I need to make a whole video where it's, like, frequently.
Yeah, the thing is, when you lie and you consistently lie, you do get confused because you're making it up as you go along. And again, devoid of self-reflection. Doesn't think, that's on me, I've lied. No, it's everybody else's fault. Of course.
Ask questions. Me just explaining things and timelines and situations and confusions, because it just seems like people are just, like, so confused about everything I talk about, and it's like, I don't know how. because I try my hardest to explain myself to the best of my ability without oversharing. And even so, like, I feel like I overshare. So it's like, I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm trying my hardest.
Tell the truth.
Like, I literally have envisioned myself making a whole foster care timeline, like actually physically drawing it out to show you guys. So,
that is something Amberlynn will never do. That's too much work.
Because people are like, I thought you never lived with your parents. How come you say you've lived with your parents? Oh my god, I'm confused. Oh my god, she's lying. Like, it just doesn't add up. Shit doesn't add up. Oh my god. I hate when people say that about my life. Or things that I'm talking about or sharing. That might be one of the biggest pet peeves I have with, like, people watching me or, like, choosing to...
One of my biggest pet peeves is that you lie all the time. So how about you stop lying and you tell the truth, and then nobody would be confused.
Watch reaction channels and, like, ignoring what I'm saying, but, like, listening to the reaction channels, like, that is one of my biggest pet peeves.
BS.
Shit ain't adding up. Because you're using the wrong math, honey. Like, that's the only reason why it's not adding up, because you're not, it's the wrong equation. You're doing multiplication in a division book. Like, what?
Stupid.
I have some more steps I need to do, because it's 4 p.m. and I'm barely at 2,000 steps. So
what have you been doing then?
Earlier I was reading while walking. I had my book and I was just like, do. How you doing today? So.
Walking where?
Yeah. I also heard, like, people aren't believing my steps, and someone actually said, yeah, I work retail and I barely get 3,000 steps a day. 10 minutes a day? Like, I don't get it, because if you're working retail, and are you, like, walking? Because if you're walking for 8 hours a day, you should be getting a lot more than 3,000. So either your Fitbit or whatever is counting your steps, it's inaccurate. Because when I just go to the physical grocery store, it's like 2,000 steps.
Oh, God. God. Yeah. Nobody believes your steps because you don't move. You just sit in front of things all the time. You know, at least, like, when I started watching Amberlynn, like, 2017, she's always been who she is, you know, vile individual. But she would go out. She would go to it was Walmart every day and the cinema, and she doesn't do anything now. She just sits there. You know, this woman, take your dog out a few times a day, man. You know, what does Chantel say? Go touch grass.
Easy peasy. So, I don't know, folks. I just feel like I have never lied about my steps, ever. And people just want me to be lying about everything.
No. Yeah.
They do.
See, here we go. Again. The person that lies consistently, blaming her audience because they don't believe her. That is textbook gaslighting, it's manipulation, and it's BS. It's complete BS. You lie, therefore people don't believe you. You know, it's very simple, Amberlynn. Very simple.
They just want me to be lying. Like,
you are lying.
I haven't lied about anything. And people just out here...
You haven't lied about anything?
That's a lot.
Oh, okay.
This whole video is a lot. Like, okay. How? Like, it makes my brain hurt. Like, physically, like, my brain hurts when people are like, this whole video is a lie. When every single last letter and syllable that I said in the video is 100% truth, this video is a whole lie.
Guys, it's 100% truth from a 100% liar. Why don't you believe me? And you know, it's just BS.
I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah. It's just exhausting. It's so exhausting. Anyways, I'm gonna go, and I will...
So yeah, you know, that's that. We'll cut that off. Yeah, it's exhausting. It really is exhausting. Lying your way through life is exhausting because you can never remember what you've lied about. So yeah, I did do a video on Chantel, but because I have no idea what I'm doing, the only sound you could hear was me talking. You couldn't hear the sound of the video, so I'll have to do that again. And like I said, you know, I've been watching these girls for a few years now, Chantel and Foodie Beauty, and they do boil my blood. They make me annoyed, and it gets to a point where you just want to share that with people, like-minded individuals who think like yourself. And you know, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you know, whatever, I'm going to try and figure this thing out and hopefully do some more. Classic, you know, gaslighting 101 from Amberlynn there, as usual, and complete and utter BS. And like I say, if you think that in a year's time she's getting that weight loss surgery and she's going to stick to this, well, I guess you've not been watching her for a very long time. But, you know, if you did watch this and you got through it all, thanks a lot. It's appreciated. I hope that I can do more of these and actually get quite good at it, but who knows.